record to the cloud and go live. Good morning, friends and lovers. Sorabh, have you seen Code Geass? It's one of the best animes of all time. It's torrent arts. And Gargi Basak says, "अरे मैं अलार्म दे के उठी हूँ, प्लीज जल्दी चालू करो ना यार." चालू किया ना, चालू किया मैंने कहा नहीं चालू किया. I was just waiting for Jason to join the meeting, which he's done now. तो मैं थोड़ा announcements करता हूँ, फिर चालू करते हैं. Finally 16 episode मैंने बहुत जल्दी से बंद कर दिया. Actually, I should talk in English because Jason is also here. So yeah, it took me. Last time I didn't get time to finish off the 16 episodes. I finally did, and great stuff. Though I have to say, this is foreplay. It's foreplay for part 2. And those of you who've read the what is it called the manga, please don't reveal too many spoilers. Prathamesh Naikwade says, "Happy birthday to myself." Happy birthday, Prathamesh Naikwade. I hope you live in a village which is not taken over by monster titans and who eat your family. Have a good one, man. Have a great year, and I'm sure you will prosper and share all the wealth on super chats. Okay. Akhil Pisharodi says, "Okay, guys, get ready to eat up the founding titans." Oh, dude, yeah. I want to eat some founding titans for breakfast, man. I mean, but it's a big meal to eat a founding titan, man. Like, actually, no, but size wise, but still, it would be like from a size POV. They eat a lot, dude. They generally eat a lot. We gotta figure that out. Like, do they have a eating disorder? Is one of the questions that we must raise about the health issues that the titans face. We'll get into all of this. AS Beats says, "Sorab, thank me for nothing." Thank you so much, AS Beats. You're one of the reasons why I decided to quit comedy. I'm not quitting comedy, don't worry. Okay, good morning to everybody. Please give a few likes so that we get more people tuning in, because that's the way the cookie crumbles. No, that's the way the YouTube algorithms work. So please give a like if you can. And even if you don't like it, just give a like. Later on, you can dislike it. If you don't like it, then yeah, you can take your words back. I'll give you that option in life. If you don't know what we're talking about, even though it's there, we're talking about Attack on Titan Season 4, Part 1. Part 2 is, of course, releasing next year. And I have with me Jason Leong. I will introduce him shortly. He's a comedian from Malaysia. He has a special on Netflix called #Blessed, and really generally sweet guy, though I will not tell him to his face. Yeah, before we begin, just a couple of announcements to make. On this Saturday, I am getting the CEO of Zerodha, which is Nitin Kamath. Lots of things to discuss with him. We're going to be talking about work culture. I think he became quite popular. Like, a lot of news coverage happened because they announced that there's going to be no work calls or work SMSs or whatever after 6 p.m. And also fitness journey and how Zerodha sort of has been involved in sort of almost revolutionizing the entire stock related stuff. I need to do a lot more research, which I will do by Saturday. Don't worry about me. So this is the Nitin Kamath YouTube clip. I've put it in the comments. So please go out there and set a reminder if you'd like to watch that. On Sunday, I'm going to get two people who reviewed Radhe with me, and probably some of my members who've seen this thing. We're going to be talking about the Friends reunion. I was trying to get the EIC boys for an EIC reunion, doing a Friends reunion, but we will only do that if somebody pays us money. So trying not to do that. So yeah, that's going to be happening on Sunday. And again, if you are want to see a live show, then generally do come see the Expert. Expert is happening on Saturday, which is at 8:30 p.m. IST. It's genuinely, I'm really having a lot of fun. If you don't know about the Expert, I put the link there. Every week, I write a brand new show, so to speak, about what's happening in the news and the current affairs and all that kind of stuff. So it's basically a lot of things that I can't discuss on YouTube Lives. So this is behind a paywall. Tickets are really, really cheap. A lot of crowd interactions. And if you just want to come talk for 35 seconds in a 2-hour conversation, then please come. Again, every week, brand new episode. Tickets are really cheap. So come check that out. Okay, that's about it, guys. Let's get the likes up. And if you're on the channel, please do subscribe. That's about it, guys. Let's bring on my first and only guest for today. He's a renowned Malaysian comedian, probably like the only one out there. Everybody else has been eaten. Please give it up for, he has a special on Netflix called #Blessed, which I obviously have seen almost 50 times. Please give it up for Dr. Jason Leong. Jason, hi, Jason.
Hello, always nice to be back in India, although virtually. I have to say, Sorab, you have really mastered the whole YouTuber, um, how shall we say, savviness. You know, you put all the announcements, all the like. You said like and subscribe like 20 times without us knowing that you have said it 20 times. It's so smooth. Really
And you know
well
what? It
done.
makes no difference. It makes no difference because the last time I did one, there was like I saw the numbers after announcing it 68 times, and the number of times I announced it was less than the number of subscribers I got.
Yeah, sometimes some of the videos I put on YouTube after my stand-up clips, I put up a video at the end of the video that says, "Hey, don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel," and it has never improved anything. I might as well don't put a video. In fact, I think putting the video decreases the number of subscribers.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
But that's the reason, by the way, I started a separate channel. I started a separate channel because the original one, the first one which started with stand up, every time I would upload a video, I would get like two new subscribers, and I'm like, wow, I have 3.5 lakh subscribers here. So I started a
yeah.
brand new channel just so I could feel like good about like every day there's about 85, 200 new subs coming. So I'm like, that's something. Even
Oh,
though
I see. So
I have a feeling that's the same people who like that channel who are just being reminded of this channel, and they're like, okay,
yes,
you know what? Out of pity,
yes.
we are just going to give it to you.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, it's it's great that you guys are working on something. You know, I mean, I heard the COVID situation in India is quite is slightly better now than last week. I
Yeah.
hope.
Yeah, it is a bit better. I think there's been less cases reported, I think, as far as I remember. And
Yeah.
again, the thing is that the assumption is that cases are down, but you can't trust a lot of the numbers because either they're not being reported or they're being underreported. So what a lot of people have said allegedly is that the numbers could be 2.5, 3 times what they are.
Yeah,
But
it's the same in
yeah,
Malaysia, and I'm proud to say that we have beaten you guys in the number of cases per capita. So, yeah, man, suck it up,
I
India.
mean,
Malaysia's
uh,
way ahead of you in the number of cases. So, you gotta buck up, man.
yeah, we are. Listen, we're trying. No, listen, please stay safe, guys. Listen, you can't even joke about these things right now without somebody carrying this on a long Twitter thread about comedians should not. This is not the time for. Dude, I had a whole. Uh, somebody put out a whole tweet thread about how this is not the time for comedy. And I'm like, what do you want us to do?
Yeah. Well, there's always a time for comedy. Just like there's always. Imagine if there's no pandemic, and then doctors say, "Hey, guys, we need to stay safe and keep healthy," and then this is not the time for medicine. This is not the time for health.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And then no one will ever go. Conversely, no one will ever go. Hey, you know what? This is the time for comedy. No one has ever said now is the time for comedy. No one. It'll never
I think
happen.
this is like a good time for us to start making jokes about stuff that happened in like 300 AD. Like enough time has gone by where okay, here's the question. Okay, so Malaysia is
300
also
AD.
yeah, it's like now enough time has gone where now people, I mean, there's
The
nobody
Black Plague
living
is
from
funny now.
hey,
Yeah, you say.
I made out with a rat yesterday. He's my wife. By the way, the plague is also around. The black plague is also around somewhere. But wasn't it in like Madagascar somewhere? I think they investigated it in the middle.
Oh
And
wow.
people were panicking. I think Vice did a sort of something on it. I've forgotten which country. I'm obviously getting it wrong. And people in the comments are panicking. And then they said, yeah, they've been one death. I'm like, just can you calm down and stop spreading panic? It was a
Yeah, yeah.
great bit of reporting.
And if I may just segue into what we are supposed to be talking about, I was reading about how Attack on Titan is such a cultural phenomenon,
Yeah.
and one article said that young people really identify with the Attack on Titan because it really encapsulates how young people today feel helpless in fighting for their own survival. You get what I mean? Like
Yeah.
the titans represent whatever, like climate change, corruption, the pandemic, the wage gap, whatever. It That's how young people feel these days. And I think that's why it's so awesome to follow the manga because it's nice when millennials feel suffer.
Yeah, it's a million. And so young people are feeling that they relate to Attack on Titan, which is why neither of us can relate to
We're in
as
the middle.
old.
We are not affected by by the Titans at all. But no, it's really great. And I would say that I actually have read forward and finished the manga.
Yeah,
But the anime is only up to, like you said, season 4, part 1. And I
yeah.
tell you, season 4, you know the bit where the part where the Aaron attacks the what's the other country
See,
again?
this is why I make notes because I know I would forget. When he attacks, like, are you talking about the opening, the first episode, or what are you
Yeah,
talking
no,
about?
no. Where now the people of Paradise are attacking
Yeah,
their enemies
yeah,
using Titans as well, and it was so nice because then was when I was watching, I was like, oh my god, now who are the bad guys and who are the good guys, you know? And I
yeah.
think it's very hard to achieve in a manga, but they really achieved it. And the guy also put in all the heroic music as innocent people are being trampled on, and that even makes it more jarring and make me feel like, oh man, this is I'm cheering for the good guys or the bad guys. You know, that was so awesome.
Yeah, I mean it's also literally like sort of showing the both sides of war, which is always like I somehow I haven't read the manga very intentionally because I don't want to know what happens, but I somehow knew that Eren is going to become a psycho at some stage because that's too much power in somebody, right? Eventually, you're going to start thinking that everybody's beneath me,
Yes,
which is
exactly.
why I've always, as a comedian, I've always tried to maintain mediocrity. I don't want to be too good because then I'll start looking down upon everybody, right? And I've seen your special, and I know that you feel the same way.
Yes,
It's
yes.
just going to be these kind of jokes throughout. But let's get into Attack on Titan. Mali,
Mali,
Debarima,
yes,
yeah, Mali, yeah.
yeah. And,
Okay,
and you I mean, there's one episode, I think, I'm not sure it's season 3 or the end of season 2. I think season 3, where when they discover the basement, Aaron's
yeah,
basement, and then they finally reveal that there is an outside world,
yeah,
and outside of that because they were told that humanity has perished outside the walls. The only humanity is left in the walls, and the fact that there's other humans outside surviving and thriving, and that was like a mindfuck moment, because then you realize, oh my god, that's true, because there have been a lot of hints along the way that there is an outside civilization which is actually more advanced. Like when the Beast Titan starts doing a baseball move, then you go like, aha, but
yeah,
baseball hasn't been invented yet in this
yep,
timeline. Or like when there's one character who's drinking coffee and you can't get coffee beans, or and when another character eats seafood, but there's no sea in the paradise. So where could they have gotten the seafood? And this reminds me of when I was reading Dragon Ball. You read Dragon Ball, right?
I have not read Dragon Ball. No, I mean
Oh,
I'm interested in the
that's
balls of a
why you're
dragon,
not
but
a
I've
more
not.
successful
Yeah,
comedian. You should read Dragon Ball. I have
yeah,
a strong feeling a lot of people in your comment section have read Dragon Ball. It is the manga. It is the
right.
manga, the OG, the grandfather of all mangas. It is so awesome. And I mean, your viewers will know this, but there's a particular chapter where Goku, the protagonist,
Yeah.
meets fellow aliens from another planet who visits Earth, and that was a mind fuck moment, because oh my god, the world is so much bigger. There is an entire race of the protagonist that is out there who is coming to find him. So
Yeah.
this was really great, and I like this whole revelation that there is life outside of the island, outside of the walls, because it shows that the manga creator really thought about this way before he even started episode 1.
Yeah.
And this kind of planning is so amazing, because then you make sense why the Titans are attacking the walls, and why they eat people up and where they came from. It's so amazing.
Yeah, so season one, I think like, I mean, there's so many. One of the things I literally discussed in the last episode was about that baseball pitch. Because I'm
Mm.
like, I hadn't read the manga, and I'm like, this is obviously like, this got to be it. Because the interesting thing about the makers of Attack on Titan is that because the payoff for previous setups have always been great, I was like, you know what, I trust you. I'm sure you're going to land this in the direction that I think you're going to land it. So I'm like, obviously, this baseball thing is going to be explained at some stage. And then it turns out that it was explained very clearly, like it was one of the things. But one thing that I've noticed with there are a lot of similarities with like I have a feeling that girl, whatever her name is, that angry girl who, I mean, I'm going way ahead right now, who boards the airship while they have, after these guys have destroyed Mali or whatever it is,
There are a lot of
and
angry girls in this manga.
she kills Sasha,
Sasha,
the
ayo.
that girl who she basically holds on to the thing and then climbs on with that other dude. I've forgotten the. I'm sure the chat will know what the hell I'm talking about.
The
Akira
angry girl.
Toriyama, the great. Sorry.
There are a lot of angry girls in this manga.
Yeah, the one who kills Sasha, the one who likes to eat. I
Oh,
don't see it's yeah, whatever her name is, whatever that girl's name is.
oh no no, the small girl, Gabby,
Yeah, yeah.
Gabby, 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 Gabby.
Gabby, that's the one. Yeah, yeah.
Hey,
So when so I've realized the prototype for the 60% of Japanese anime, the limited amount that I've seen, is that the hero or the heroine or whatever it is always two prototypes. One is the angry person because their parents died, so they're angry with the world, and the second is the ridiculously positive person.
yes, yes, yes,
So,
yes.
at the second I saw her being angry, I'm like, oh god, this is going to be about her in season in part two. This is
She's like,
150% going to be about her in part two because she's angry because her
yes,
parents were
yes.
killed. So,
Yeah. So like, she starts off being very positive, right? And then suddenly she becomes super angry, right?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. And Aaron has become the opposite. Aaron was how to say, very positive, and now he's become just this moody goth guy who's like uh, a teenager who doesn't like to mix around with his parents, and is very upset with life, and very depressing to see the way Aaron is being portrayed now. Like you just almost want to slap him.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah,
but
it's too much. It's like just calm down, man.
yeah, just calm down, man. Just relax, man. This is
Yeah,
just Titans trying to kill your world, man. Relax, man.
yeah. I don't know why these guys are so worked up. I mean, it's a cartoon. Hey, cartoon! Have to say
You know,
Japanese cartoon to irritate
but
people.
you know what does irritate me is that, you know how, okay, so because I'm such a nerd, and I have I have a background in medicine, and I read up on science a bit more. Like when the when the humans change into Titan form,
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, that can't happen. You can't you can't suddenly gain mass out of, like, you know what I mean, like it, at least, like, for example, like, say if you watch movies like Ant-Man,
Yeah.
right? They spend like 40 minutes trying to explain to you, like, there's the quantum realm, and then the whatever cells grow up, and then it kind of makes sense also, like when Ant-Man becomes the giant man, and then he rampages around, and after that he'll fall into a coma for like 5 days, and he becomes very hungry after that. It makes sense, like, but
Yeah.
they just bite the hand, they become titans, and then after that they become back to normal. Like, dude, you just spend an insane amount of energy. Where did you get that from? Einstein would be killing himself if he was watching this. Like,
Yeah,
that is not
like
possible.
yeah, so you know what, I was the only disappointment I've had with the Attack on Titan is the explanation of the Titan, because I wish it wasn't magic. Like
Yeah.
I like that really, that I was like, oh man, you thought of everything. I just really wish you had thought of something like where it's oh, this is a steroid and then you can become a Titan after like 2 days.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah,
you
yeah.
just sit there and you grow. Like I don't know,
But
yeah.
but it's also not magic in that is explained. You get what I mean? Sometimes when we
Yeah.
introduce magic, you explain the magic. You get what I mean? Like the Infinity Stones, and he describes what each stone can do. So you kind of get it. But this one is like, he has thought of everything: walls, the titans, and then the blades that shoot out, and then they can fly here and there, and everything's great. But then when it comes to why you can change to a titan, he writes the note there. It's magic, and then you just move on. And just, next
Yeah.
next page.
Yeah.
Let's go on.
So Vidish Jain says it was explained in one of the episodes that the Titans are super light for the size. Yeah, okay, fine. They're super light for the size. I get it. But then you wouldn't have that much strength, right? I mean, irrespective of how light you are, there's like the strongest light material on Earth is not going to break down a building.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
So
Like density and pound for pound, our bones are stronger than cement, but you can't use our bone and crack cement, right? Because it's
yeah, yeah.
but
Yeah,
and
I just
also
want one Titan to hit a building and go like, ah! I just don't want to.
yeah. Or like the Titan walks and then he trips and then it's like it's a sprained ankle. Um,
Yeah,
and also one thing, I mean there's one particular scene where like some of the one Marlian guy, I think he's the Titan. The Marlian guy is the Titan and he sees all the, you know the what they call it, the soldiers flying and then with the swords
yeah,
and
yeah,
everything, and he says that these people from paradise, they are devils, right? And then they are all like, the scene is they are like flying and trying to capture him and kill him, and it was nice because it shows that how the people from paradise has become the villains. And what I mean, it's really cool that they can fly, but I still don't get it how like these fuckers, they have mastered the technology to make them fly, but they don't have planes. You know what I mean? Like they don't have,
yeah,
because for them an air balloon is like wow, like they were like, oh my god,
yeah.
look at the airship, and then meanwhile I'm like, dude, you are flying yourself. why why are you so amazed that you can fly slowly in a balloon when you can fly fast yourself?
And by the way, the Zeppelin, okay. So one of the theories has been for a long time is that the Zeppelin, there was a very small chance that the Zeppelin may have taken over the planes, even in our world, right? And then because it was the Hindenburg crash or whatever, it's basically defeated all of that.
Yes.
But the weird thing I thought was that, okay, so you've not only that, you not only have you figured out flying, but the inside of the Zeppelin is made out of wood, which is the worst thing to have if you have a flying vessel that is essentially powered by gas. Like
Yeah.
you wouldn't put wood there. And so
Yeah.
yeah, I mean there's a lot of these like sort of contradictions which make no sense. Like oddly enough, the Zeppelins, I was watching Monster multiplied by Monster, right? uh Sorry, Hunter multiplied by Hunter.
Okay.
It's called Hunter x Hunter, but it's they wanted it
Hunter
to be called
squared.
Hunter multiplied. Yeah.
Hunter squared.
Hunter Square. Hunter Square. That makes way more sense than Hunter
Yes.
multiplied by Hunter. It's less. So Hunter X is Hunter Square had also had zeppelins, and I don't know if this is like a theme in Japanese in anime a lot, where the cool thing to do, and I love seeing a zeppelin in the air, and I thought it was fun. But yeah, the science of it again makes very little sense.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And but so tell me more about the Zeppelin. So in Hunter, so you saw another Zeppelin in another Japanese manga lah.
Oh yeah, and in the anime of Hunter Square, they had literally zeppelins flying and huge. Like it's humongous. Like there's a circular zeppelin which you can walk across and people are chilling, and
Wow.
it's ridiculous and
You know,
it's great. I mean, yeah,
one of the great moments in this manga or in this anime was when they showed the last battle cry of Erwin Smith, or the
yeah,
last battle speech. And man, I tell you, that is one of the best, if not the best battle speech I've seen, not just in manga, but in general. Like, I don't think Braveheart, I mean, Mel Gibson in Braveheart, or, Viggo Mortensen in Lord of the Rings could match that battle speech, did you get goosebumps when you watched it?
I honestly have been. I know everybody's mentioned that speech a lot, but I'm just like dead inside, so I feel nothing really in general.
Oh, in general. No,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
what's
yeah,
okay, what's great about this battle speech in comparison to most battle speeches is that he knew that they were all going to die. Whereas other battle speeches, they have some hope that we're gonna win. We're gonna win, but this guy, he's telling his troops that, look, we are all going to die,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
but I'm going to say it so charismatically that you are going to follow me to our deaths.
Yeah, yeah.
So like, man, it sends me, it gives me goosebumps, man. And the way the voice actor for that character is, oh my god, so amazing.
Oh, dude, it was a great speech. I completely, and this voice character actor thing is such an interesting thing because I was alternating between the Japanese audio and the English audio,
Yeah.
right? So at times when I was getting distracted, I was like doing the English audio, and the person who did the English audio for grown up Erin needs to go fuck themselves. Like genuinely, just go fuck yourself. You
Really?
fucked up
Yeah.
the whole character, dude. So the Japanese guys are like a lot more intense and like like
Yeah.
that,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then this guy's like it's just a different. And I'm like, what are you doing, man? This is not the character. It's this. He's supposed to be this gloomy fucking. I
I
hated it. I
think
was really irritated.
that's
But
funny. I think maybe when they were dubbing it, they didn't, they didn't finalize the look yet. So
yeah,
like they think, oh, just continue being Aaron, and then not knowing that Aaron is like one patch and a long hair.
yeah.
No, even that battle speech I told you about, even the English voice actor did a fantastic job. You know,
For whom? For whom?
for Erwin Smith, the
Yeah.
same
Oh
guy.
yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
And I think it's also a function of when you write a really good script,
Hmm.
it's hard to fuck it up.
Yeah.
And that battle speech, man, I think anyone, even someone with a squeaky voice can pull it off.
Yeah. Yeah. So I will definitely do that battle speech. But
Interesting
I
thing
want to
about
get
the
it.
voice actor who voiced Erwin Smith, he said that when the character died, he stopped watching the anime. He stopped reading the manga
Oh shit!
out of respect
Out of respect for whom?
for the character, because character died. But actually, I think I'm
Doesn't-
sure. But no, which I think
Yeah.
is the greatest way of saying that you don't give a shit about the manga, and now that he's died, you can't make money anymore. So fuck it. Like that is the
Yeah.
best
Yeah. Yeah.
out of respect. But actually, he's like,
Yeah.
fuck you lah. I mean, the character's done. I got five more. I got five more characters to VO. I don't have to pay attention to this shit anymore.
Okay, I'll just take a couple of comments. By the way, if you've just tuned in, we're talking about Attack on Titan season 4 part 2. I have with me Dr. Jason Leong, who's a comedian from Malaysia. He has a special called hashtag Blessed on Netflix. And this is at a point where I think every Malaysian comedian was just getting a Netflix special, so he just got one.
Yeah,
That's
exactly. It is not so much of me doing well. It's more like, thank God I have a special, so that I'm not left out.
Yeah, no, he's a very funny person. You can follow him everywhere. I'll just take a couple of chats. A lot of people are
What's
saying,
your link so that I can watch and read the chat group also? Read the
oh,
chat.
1 second. I'll send it to you right now. 1 second. I have WhatsApp to you.
Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So a lot of people are saying it's not Hunter Square, it's Hunter Hunter. The X is silent, Saurabh. I don't think you guys have read the manga and the interviews with the animators and all that stuff that I have, and they repeatedly say first they call it monster multiplied by monster, then they say Hunter multiplied by monster, and then they say Monster X Hunter. So I'm correct. Thank you so much. Dude, it's so weird. Okay, like there are two consistent jokes that I keep doing on the show, right, which just amuse me. One is calling a Japanese cartoon because it really annoys anime fans, and the second is constantly calling Hunter multiplied by Hunter. Like it really, because people are always like, dude, it's not you're fucking just it's not just again. And you can see the anger. I like this amusing to me.
But I think when you're
But
really attached to your
yeah.
fandom, you get annoyed when people they don't get
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Okay, and by the way, we had Akhil Pisharodi who said that you just have Hrithik Roshan in the background singing it's magic," which is a joke only Indians who follow Bollywood. So Hrithik Roshan is a famous actor, and he did a song in a movie called Koi Mil Gaya, where he just says it's magic, it's magic. And, I'll send you the video, Jason, later on.
Okay.
And
Okay.
we have somebody who have been wanting to get on the show for a really long time. Cricket with Snehal Hindi is here. How are you doing, Snehal? If you guys don't know Snehal Pradhan, Indian cricketer, and she has a YouTube channel. I didn't know you were into manga and anime. I would have called you on the show. There's always part 2, and we can discuss many more. Snehal, please WhatsApp me. We got to do. If you're watching anime, we got to do one with Hunter multiplied by Monster or whatever else it is. So yeah. Anybody has any feedback so far? Please go ahead and do give a like so that we get up to about 400 people liking and stuff like that. Giant Slayer says, I think this is what I sound like when I talk about the stock market. And listen, I have to say that I think Jason knows a lot more about anime and manga than I do. I'm just going to be making and also you get stuck between trying to discuss a show and also trying to make jokes. And I before I continue, I have to say Attack on Titan so far. I'm not saying that I've watched about probably 15, 16 animes and sorry, Japanese cartoons uh, like I'm just saying generally amongst all the TV shows and stuff like that I've watched, this is literally right up there. I think it would be one of my top 20 favorite shows. I'm not saying anime. Yeah.
But Sorab, you say you've watched what 14 animes? That's a lot. That's that's more than I think that's more than me. But okay, have you watched have you read mangas like okay, Death Note? Have you read Death Note?
I haven't read Death Note, but I saw the. In fact, you know what? This is one of my. I still have 10 episodes left of Death Note to finish,
I
because
mean the anime, you mean?
yeah, yeah,
Okay,
the anime, but
yeah.
yeah, the manga.
Oh, the manga is so good. Okay, have you read this another one called Battle Royale?
So I don't read manga because I just have I like it's ridiculously expensive in India, and I don't like reading it on the electronic version. I want to see it.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
but you're right. So okay, okay. So you don't like because okay in Malaysia. Okay, I'm just saying this as a joke. I don't really do this, but a lot of people pirate and download illegal translated versions. I'm not
And I
saying
mean
I do
that's
that. My
disgusting. I
friend
have
does it.
Yeah, your friend does it. Same. We have the same friend. Yeah, we
Yes,
have the same
exactly.
friend.
Our
Daniel
friend does it.
Fernandez.
Huh?
Daniel Fernandez. That's Daniel Fernandez, the guy. He's heavily into piracy and torrenting everything.
I think Daniel doesn't download the apps the episodes. He rather buy the book so that when he lifts the book, he's working out his bicep also at the same time. He
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
want to
yeah, yeah.
waste calories. Just
Yeah.
reading. He wants to. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
No.
in
So
fact, I think Daniel Fernandez, when he reads the electronic version, he reads it on not a computer, he reads it on a desktop. And to turn the page, he lifts it one time. That's one of the things that he does.
or he lies down and to read it, he do one sit up. Then he'll hold the sit up for 1 minute. He can. No. Okay.
Yeah.
So Battle Royale is another really really great manga. Which I don't know how you're gonna read it. I don't think it's on anime, but. You should contact our friend and try to get the episodes. I'll tell you the premise, right? The premise is almost exactly like the Hunger Games, okay?
Right.
Where it's a dystopian future in Japan, and every year the government will take one classroom of children and they will chuck them on an island and they must kill each other until one survives.
Right.
And what's interesting is that both the creator of that Battle Royale and Hunger Games, they actually talked to each other after their work became famous because there were people say, "Oh, you stole it from the Japanese guy," or the Japanese guy stole. And they both talked to each other and realized that no, they've never met. They just came up with this idea themselves. They are both fucked up people who became successful with their creation. So on this island, right, when when they're about to kill off a character, right, they will go back to the past, like what they were like before they got captured and everything. And it's so nice because in the island it's all devastation and horror and survival and everyone's dying, but the past is so optimistic. So so right before, like, let's say character A is gonna die, right, or gonna get murdered, right, you go like, last time I wanted to be a teacher so I can teach people and be the classroom will like me. And then they cut to the scene on island and the guy, he's like 1 second away from being decapitated.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just so gory, but it's also very it's a great exploration of humanity. Like, how far would you go to survive? Battle
Well, so
Royale.
both of them, both Battle Royale and Hunger Games, so both of them must have read a lot of the Flies, right? Like a lot of the Flies was essentially like that very premise, which is that kids are abandoned in an island and then they decide that it all goes horrifically wrong. So if you've not read, listen, if you don't like reading, just read Lord of the Flies. It was like written by, I've forgotten the Goulding, whatever his name was, and really easy. It's an easy read and it's quite dark, and especially for a book of that nature. And I think it's prompted so much of more sort of books, TV shows, movies, and stuff like that in that zone. So yeah, a lot of that. But yeah, coming back to this, by the way, I don't know, Jason, if you've read, and this is Shaddy Maddie who's reminded us of this. which is that I don't know if you've seen this Indian anime called Tarak Mehta Ka Ulta Chashma. It's a really, really good anime. If you get the chance, just like it's probably, I mean, it'll blow your mind. And just if you get the chance on YouTube, just check it out.
What's it
Um,
called again?
it's it's called Tarak Mehta Ka Ulta Chashma, which literally means Tarak Mehta's river. How do you say ulta? Reverse, upside down spectacles is how it
Oh,
translates.
it's Shady Man. TMKOC.
Yeah, yeah, you got to check it out. It's a really, really good anime. And the anime is, by the way, so good, right? It's done so this thing. It almost looks like it's real people. It's amazing. Whenever you get the chance.
It's an Indian anime.
Yeah, Indian anime, amazing. It's one of the best animes in the world. Tarak Mehta
Wow.
Ka Ulta Chashma. You got to check it out. Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
interesting.
And it's got 3,000 episodes. Akhil Pishorodi has mentioned 3,000 episodes. Such realistic anime. It almost looks real.
Wait, it's 3,000 episodes.
Yeah, yeah, 3,000 episodes
I
in
should
the
have
world
started like
records.
when I was 10 years old. How?
Yeah, yeah. And oh, the plot twists are crazy. One day he has an electronic store, and it's madness.
Okay, Sora, okay, so, someone Dash Nandra has reminded me of something really interesting. You will laugh your ass off,
Yeah,
okay? You know
yeah,
how Malaysia is with censorship, right? So, so you know the Titans are naked, right?
yeah.
You
I
know
know
what I
where
mean,
this is going.
right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So the Titans are all naked, and in certain as in certain publications of the manga book, the censors have like made whoever drew briefs on the Titans,
No
and
way, dude.
and the female Titans have they wear bra, okay, which totally butchers the whole fucking thing. And what is even more hilarious is that the male Titans they don't have genitalia, so
Yeah,
you are censoring that which is not there already because the
yeah,
Titans themselves cannot reproduce, right? So they don't
yeah.
have the, so like people are like what the fuck? It doesn't even make sense.
It's like covering a leaf, or like you know how they used to put a leaf on top of the penis of the statues,
Yes, 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 yes.
just to whatever, and it's like putting a leaf on a statue of like a guy who
A
didn't
eunuch.
have, yeah, yeah, whatever it is, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but is that literally what's there if you're watching Attack on Titan in
No, no,
on
no.
Netflix?
No, the book, the manga
Oh
when they sell it.
fuck!
Yeah, so they've
Hilarious.
actually gotten guys to. I mean, when they print it, right before they print it, they will get someone to draw briefs on on the Titan, and then they print that out. Yeah,
Dude, like that's going to up the price of the manga so much in Malaysia because it's just a person just going like just drawing
yeah,
extra labor costs. Yeah, yeah,
yeah. That's what they do when it comes to censorship. And like I said, there is no dick there to censor. They don't have
yeah,
dicks. You
yeah.
know.
They don't have dicks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, Titans with dicks. Oh my god,
Now that's the sequel. That's the money making sequel
that's the sequel. Attack on Titans with dicks with genitalia of all sorts.
with genitalia. That's the bracket. That's the Attack on Titans
Yeah.
now with penises and
It's just Aaron Yeager swinging it around, and
yeah.
there's so much, and then he can harden it. Oh, he can harden it. So he
Oh,
has the capacity
hardening,
to. Oh, this is
hardening.
great. Oh,
So,
perfect.
hey, so I want to ask you, like, what are your favorite animes and manga so that I can go and watch too?
Like top of the pile is always One Punch Man. I love One Punch Man. Like
Okay, why do people like One Punch Man? I mean, people can, your fans can convince me, but
yeah,
it's like, okay, so this bald guy is fighting this overpowered villain, and then why is it so interesting?
it's
I read quite a bit of it in the beginning, and I just couldn't get on with it.
what I really like about it is that it almost contradicts that whole superhero trope, right? Like how the boys did it, right? And the boys did it in their own way. But that whole superhero trope where I just love the premise of a guy who is a superhero who has the ultimate superpower, which is that in one punch you can kill anything, and his existential crisis where he's like, this is pointless. This is like I mean, this is boring now. This is like I can do this easily, and so that premise of that guy, and you know how you were saying earlier about how with millennials can relate to Attack on Titan because of how things are and blah blah
I
blah.
see.
I feel the same way about One Punch Man, where it's not like I'm great at what I do, but it's just that I'm exhausted with existence. right? So I find that existential thing sort of comes back. And like the thing is that something crazy will happen, right? And Saitama, like a lizard will try and bite somebody's testicles off and break a building, and he'll just stare at it and go, huh? And it's just, so that is, and it's intentionally done. So I just love the overt and the subtle comedic aspects of this person having an existential crisis, and
Okay.
how everybody, and also the my favorite explanation for a superhero abilities is in One Punch Man, which is that he asked him and
10,000
he says, I
push-ups.
did push-ups and ran. He's like, this is the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. I'm like, that's brilliant. Like, you just completely bypassed all of it. It's great. So I
Yeah.
just love how it completely shits on the superhero genre, and also about this person who's exhausted with the. So
I
I that's
see.
why I like it. Yeah.
Okay, if I can make my recommendations to you, you have to read Dragon Ball. And
Yeah.
I don't care what all the comments are saying right here, whatever, you all need to read Dragon Ball. It is,
Yeah.
it's like, how to say, it's like if you're a Christian, you don't read the Bible. Okay, if you like
Yeah.
manga, you like anime, you have to read Dragon Ball. It will blow your mind. And I'm actually very happy for you, Sorab, that you have never read Dragon Ball, so you can experience Dragon Ball. You know what I mean? Like, I wish I didn't
Yeah.
read. I've not read it, so Dragon Ball. And number two, I like murder mysteries a lot. I'm a big fan of murder mysteries. I can never get
Yeah.
enough of a good murder mystery. There's this murder mystery series called Kindaichi.
Right.
And the murder mysteries are so good because they are very gory and they're very puzzling. Like, oh my god, how did this happen? And always the characters around the Kindaichi is like a high school boy. So the characters around him were like, oh my god, this is a ghost. This is the work of a ghost. Or a demon, because like the murder is so inexplicable, it must be done by a ghost. And then he's the only guy that goes, no, the ghosts don't exist. And then he's tried to find evidence, and then he realized, oh, it's actually one of you motherfuckers. It's like Scooby Doo,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? But it's done so well. There's a lot of the author will put in a lot of clues for you to figure out who is the murderer and how he did it, and it's so amazing. And it's very, because it's always about ghosts and everything, it's quite scary and eerie as well. So it changed my life. You gotta read Kindaichi.
I'll check it out. You know what? As soon as I find somebody who as soon as I get in some cash in life, I'm gonna buy like a bunch of manga and try it out. I find it a little tough to concentrate, like, because I read, like, what I like about reading a book, for example, is that I can imagine everything in my head, right? And so in a manga or in a graphic novel or whatever it is, it's that because somebody's done it really artfully and beautifully,
Mm,
sometimes like I've
yes.
still never been able to get into it.
But can't you order those hard copy books and deliver it
Oh,
to?
dude, it's very expensive. It's like so if a book, average price of a book in India is 300 rupees, a manga or a graphic novel is like minimum five times that amount.
Yeah lah, yeah lah, yeah lah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
when I come visit you guys again, I'll buy you the first episode, the first chapter of the Dragon Ball book, and then
Oh, dude, that'll be the
oh
greatest gift you can give me.
oh
Yeah, I will. Yeah.
Abhishek Joshi just said great teacher Onizuka. Have you read that?
Yeah, there are a lot of people, in fact, on this show itself have mentioned that you should read Great
Yeah,
Teacher on his
because
Oka.
it's
Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah. A
funny.
lot of people have
It's
said.
fucking funny. It's
Oh,
hilarious.
yeah, yeah.
GTO, yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. But okay, so they do there's so much anime to cover, but I want to talk about Attack on Titan because there's a movie
Yes.
called like I still find, I don't know if you find this incredible, Jason, which is that this is a show, and I don't know if this is something that's going to happen in the second part of season 4, which will change this whole dynamic. But it's a show made by Japanese animators, essentially about Europeans, right? Which is so bizarre. It's like you as a Malaysian making an entire TV show about Brazilians, right? Where only like these three Malaysian characters, like, and in both our countries, if you ever did that, there would be at least like 7 blogs saying you're an anti-national, and we have enough stories in our country.
Why are you not promoting our culture? Why are you embracing the West? You know, you have a colonial mindset. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
you support Israel. Like, what the fuck? Did you... okay, I think no, a lot of times in, especially in manga, I realize
Yeah.
they easily adopt other cultures, and
Yeah,
it's not a big it was not a big deal. So that's one. And number two, I think the reason why, if you notice in the Attack on Titan world, actually all the people there actually come from all races. It
yeah.
is the last bastion of
Eventually, yeah,
humanity. So you have white people, like you have people named Erwin Smith, Ackerman, and then Aaron Yeager, which Yeager I think is a Japanese, German name, and then you have Mikasa, who is a Japanese character. So it represents the clump of humanity, lah. You know. But once again, not enough black people in the anime. So once again,
yeah.
there are no Indian people, so it's quite
Yeah,
racist, lah.
there were a couple of they had a couple of shots, and I think this has become like a famous meme now. I think
Yeah.
was it from this? Where I think they showed a few sardars in the thing, and even in this they had like sardars in the thing, and we were very excited. We're like, hey, where is the okay? Here's the question, which is connected. Like in my head, I was like about an Indian Titan. Who's your favorite one of the nine Titans? Okay, I want like okay, this is where I find it bizarre. Okay, so there's Jaw Titan. There is that. Joy is that guy with the who looks like a langur basically, and
Yes.
then there is that table titan thing. Who's wait? I want to let me open this out
Is there a
to the
table
nine.
titan?
Yeah, the that lady who is a table, right?
The
Let me
card.
show you.
Card titan.
Card, yeah.
What table
Table
titan? That's the
titan.
worst titan ever. I'm a table.
What's your skill though? I have a table. Yes, okay. So Car Titan, Car Titan, Armor Titan, and Eren, who's the Attack Titan, the Founder Titan, and the Warhammer, who he ate. Colossus, Jaw, Beast, and then they just had female Titan. That's so lazy, dude. Just like, what is your qualification? I'm female.
I'm female. Oh, you have a lot of powers. Shit, this
Yeah,
Titan's devastating power of empathy. No, my favorite Titan, I think. See, the thing, I think, okay, my favorite Titan as a viewer is
yeah,
when the Colossal Titan shows up.
yeah,
Because when he shows up, bro, I'm telling you, I like the fact that when he shows up, the animators have to work a lot harder because and it's 3D. Because then when they want to show him in his wide shot, they have to really animate backwards a little bit. So I like it when he shows up. And man, he's so tall. Yeah, I think that'll be my favorite lah. If I were to be a Titan myself, I would want to be the Colossal Titan, or
yeah,
at least the Armored Titan. I think Armored Titan is pretty cool. You know,
yeah,
and just like in Lord of the Rings, I think this whole plot could have been solved really easily if one of the Titans could fly. Um, I think when they fly and
yeah.
just no, the Titan can just fly over the paradise, and then just shit on everything. Just no, just literally just shit, and the septicemia and the plague would have just destroyed them faster than just throwing rocks at the walls.
Yeah. That's a
I think
great idea, and
right, just
especially if you
shit.
figured out a way, yeah, to make the Colossus Titan take a shit on all the places.
Yeah, and
Uh,
if the Titans, if the people from Marley were really students of war, and they would have just taken the Beast Titan and then get them to shit, and then the Beast Titan just throw the shit over the walls, and
yeah,
yeah, it would
yeah,
have been done in 2 seasons max.
yeah. That's a great idea. See, this is why your doctoring has helped, because you figured out that listen, the thing is you need to kill them with devastation. You can kill them with disease.
Exactly.
It's a
And
much
then,
better idea. Yeah.
and then when they die, the walls will still be there, so which you can then use.
Yeah. It's great. The Titan I don't want to be is the car Titan. I want to it's so like pretty fuck all. Like it's just like and then you walk around like a table everywhere. I
He carries a armor division. She carries an armor division on her back, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean it's cool, but essentially your whole purpose is that you're transport. You're just like they're like here, take my laptop home. Like that's literally all your job is pretty screwed up. Yeah, I was dude, I was very happy to see the Jaw Titan. I really like the Jaw Titan. I was surprised. The Beast Titan, though, I think the Beast Titan would be the one which I
Yeah.
would be most fascinated by. The Beast Titan seems kind of cool. Warhammer seemed a little like it seemed abrupt. I think it was there for literally one scene, and then she got eaten by.
Aaron.
And it turns out that the Warhammer, the War Titan was the essentially was an extension cord, where there was the Titan, and then there's and she was like, "Oh, this is my plug point is over there," that was hilarious. But you know what I thought was hilarious. Okay, there was a this is an episode two, which is I've literally noted this down. they're, I think they're having some intense conversation. Some students, it's like whatever, some bullshit about like will our world survive and blah blah blah. And sometimes it just pops up. Somebody overheard from the background saying, "My neighbor told me that the reason the sea is salty is because he pisses in it all the time." Just randomly this dialogue pops in, and like that's the Attack on Titan alternate universe I want to see. Is
Yep.
just overheard Attack on Titan, just absurd shit. Like, and the second thing I saw was, which I really was amused by. I think when Eren shows up at what is the other word called?
Marley.
Where he Marley, yeah. He shows up there and he becomes this thing, and everybody's running helter skelter. There's just a drunk dude who's like, "Sheesh, what's the fuss all about?" That's me.
Yes, yes, yes. There's one brown. Yeah, there's one brown. Like, hey, what's up, man? Where's my drink?
Yeah.
Hey, hey, Sorab, can you do
Yeah.
me a favor? Can you just talk to your fans for like 2 minutes? I need to go and take a
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
I'll be back in 2 minutes.
Yeah. Oh wow. So that's why you were talking about the Attack on
No,
Titan
no, no.
shitting on everyone.
I talked about it, then suddenly I need to take a shit. Just 2 minutes. Just 2 minutes. It's very
Yeah.
fast.
Take your time.
Yeah, talk to
Okay.
your.
I'll just take a couple. No, I take your time. We're getting 5 minutes also. We have Akhil. Let's take a couple of super chats. Akhil Pishrodi Pidi says Dragon Ball OP Akira Toriyama OP. Really need to read this stuff, man. Kuku Chiku says Meow Founding Titan. Yeah, you tell me which Titan. By the way, this show. I should actually edit this video and say that there's going to be a lot of spoilers. We are going to be talking about spoilers because I mean, there's no way to talk about season four without giving spoilers out. So there will be a lot of spoilers. So thanks a lot, Kuku Chiku. And Cricket with Snail has a question for Jason Leong about why Galliard's jaw is different from Ymir's jaw, but no spoilers from manga. Okay. Oh, a lot of questions for Jason about the manga, man. I really got to read some manga and stuff like that. One of the Titans who could fly, dude. I mean, that's just hilarious as a concept. There is going to be spoilers, by the way. Attack Titan has a power which hasn't been revealed yet. Ooh, yeah, yeah. I mean, he's supposed to be the founder Titan. I dude, the one thing that sort of and I knew this was going to happen. I still trust the makers to land this ship eventually correctly. But in the final episode of season four, part one, I was like, oh, this has just been a setup. This is like foreplay, and we gotta figure out what to do next. Torrent says, watch Code Geass, Saurabh. I will. I will. I'm currently on the midst of finishing Hunter Square and Hunter multiplied by Hunter, and after that, I'm going to come to Code Geass. Is literally what's going to be next. Is what I'm going to do. And Aditya Gawai says, do watch Mob Psycho 100. I watched 2 episodes, wasn't really getting into it, but I'll try it again. I'll tell you a couple of things that I thought was kind of interesting. Uh, Wait 1 second. Where's it gone? Yeah. Episode 4 was where the Sardars was, which is what really amazed me. Um, yeah, dude, the transition from I don't know how many. By the way, I would love to know what you guys think. Who is your favorite Titan, and which Titan would you not want to be? Just that's the question. Who's the Titan you want to be, and who do you want to not be? Dhaval Guide says, yeah, Flying Titan, very ridiculous. You know what? It's not unlikely. If you figured out a mechanism, right? Here is my theory. If you figured out a mechanism where you can use the 3D gear or whatever to fly around and all that shit, right? And over and above that, the Titans are supposed to be light. There is no logical reason why you can't. And that light thing makes no sense to me. That light thing makes no sense to me because the Colossus Titan is entire thing is that it's the weight and the breadth. So I don't get it. I don't get this at all. I don't get this about this that particular thing. Um, Chirag Shetty says, read One Piece, man. Yeah, a lot of people have said that. I generally don't have money to read these kind of things. There is a Flying Titan, says UD. Somebody just said that, Yash said that honestly, the manga ends disappointingly. AOT humor is the best. Dude, I really enjoyed it. Music in AOT is lit as fuck, especially the first time Aaron transformed. Dude, the background music is great. The background music in the show is amazing, but I listen, okay. The opening title is amazing, and then the closing title is just weird as shit. I was reading the lyrics, and the lyrics are like birds flying and children with coin and war, war, war. And I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool. It sounds like a System of a Down kind of song, but the end this thing I just don't get. Vidhan Khare says the light will make sense when Titan secrets and founder Titan stuff is revealed. Okay, fair enough. I'm sure it will. Hate the sleeping 120-meter Titan. What is a sleeping 120-meter Titan? UD is very excited to mention to me that there is a flying Titan. I'm sure it'll show up at some stage. Uh, Cream Soda says AOT is basically a love child of Evangelion and Code Geass. No idea. A lot of people are saying ending is disappointing. Dude, that's the problem with like having something as incredible as either a Game of Thrones or this is that to land that ship, man. My God, that's work. Okay, let's see. Huh. One thing I thought was weird was I think Jason mentioned this was about how when Eren attacks Marley or whatever, and he's the evil fuck this time, right? He's the one who's completely destroying the world, and that's when you start realizing about. There's so many parts of the show where I'm like, oh, this is like the world, right? Where this is like media perception and fake news and blah blah blah. Because in one side he's in one place he's essentially just a terrorist and a militant attacker, and in the other place he's a hero to an extent. So yeah. Um, and yeah, episode 7 was very confusing to me. I think that's the one where all the Titans are attacking simultaneously. It's like some anime Avengers kind of thing. And I got very confused about who's what. I didn't understand half their skills and whatever. And I have written so many notes that say, I don't know what the fuck is happening, which happened
Right.
a lot. And then finally I got it. Yeah. Yeah. By the way, here's a question, Jason. Would you have spinal fluid wine?
Spinal fluid. What?
Wine.
Wine.
Yeah, yeah. Did you genuinely take a dump and come back?
Yeah, yeah. So no, no. Yes, and I find it very funny that you pronounce wine as vine. It's such
Wine
a
isn't wine. Wine. Was it?
wine. Wine.
Wine. What did
Spinal
I
fluid.
say?
Spinal. Which spinal fluid? The Titan spinal fluid.
Yeah, yeah. So the big thing in the I mean I think you saw it a while back. So one of the big things was that they have this wine which has
Oh,
been which has been inoculated with spinal fluid, which turns everybody into essentially like whenever Zeke
yes,
decides to scream, everybody turns into a Titan. And
yes.
I'm like, dude, it's pretty impossible. Like fermenting wine, okay, is a lot of work. And then if you add an external liquid to it, it's going to really fuck up the taste of the wine.
Yeah, and I don't know
So
where they got so many grapes for that wine. Yeah, I wouldn't take. I don't drink wine in general, so I wouldn't take spinal fluid wine. Um,
yeah,
you asked an interesting question. Which Titan I wouldn't want to be?
yeah.
Um, okay, I mean, okay. I think okay. I think it's already been mentioned before. The Attack Titan. The Titan has the ability to see the future, and I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want to be able to see the future. So that's.
Is that one of the things?
Oh, I
Have
think I've just
given a
okay.
spoiler. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, but it's a minor spoiler.
Okay. We have, by the way, a lot of questions popping in for you specifically.
Okay,
Cricket
can.
with Snail. Snail Pradhan says, ask a question, which is, would love to ask Jason Leong why Galliard's jaw is different from Ymir's jaw, but no manga spoilers, okay?
Oh, I don't know why. I really don't know why. I don't know. I
So,
can't remember what it is. It's been explained, but I don't know why the jaw is different.
yeah.
Okay, what else?
There's gotta be something. Okay, I'll take two more super chats, and then we gotta get into just a few more things. We'll go on for about 15 minutes more. If you have any questions, anything to say, please let us know. David Wuggy says, watch Food Wars. Also love the stream so far. Thanks a lot, man. Really appreciate it. Sorry, by the way, for canceling the last time. There's some stuff happening, which is why I wasn't being able to get into finishing the whole thing. Kuku Chiku says, don't want to be Titan. Instead, would choose Levi Ockerman any day. By the way, here is the thing, okay? So Levi Ockerman is this great 3D, whatever the shit they're called. And then there's a scene, okay? And this is all part of part one, so I'm not giving any spoilers, where Zeke basically screams and everybody transforms into a Titan. And essentially, Levi is now surrounded by fucking 40 Titans and the Beast Titan, and he defeats all of them. And I'm like, has he suddenly transformed into a superhero or what? Like, I
Ah,
get he's amazing, but this is like next level.
so the Ackerman family, they have a hidden
Yeah,
power because they were
that's what it
in the
is.
very beginning they were the protectors of the first king, the King Fritz.
Yeah,
And if I get it correctly, they have this superpower in them that their combat prowess is so much greater than the average human, but they are not a titan. They just have this superpower, especially
right.
when their powers are awakened. That so that's why the so it's explained why Levi Ackerman is such a overpowered soldier, because he has a superpower of his own, the Ackerman clan. So that's
Okay,
why
that makes sense.
the guy with the Kenny the Ripper.
Who's that? Oh
The
yeah, that the guy. Yeah, yeah. I don't care the
Yeah,
Ripper. Yeah,
he's an
yeah. Huh.
Ackerman too,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
and
remember
that's
that
why he's
part.
so good at killing people. He's an Ackerman too.
Yeah, that was an interesting side plot. I really enjoyed that plot with Kenny the Ripper. It was very interesting. But I'll tell you one thing that I had kept as a note. Okay, in episode 8, here's what happens. Okay, so Eren basically lays out a Marley and destroys the whole city and blah blah blah. And then there's Reiner and the Jaw Titan, and he could have killed them. Okay, and I don't know if I'm missing something. Okay, he could have killed them, and then he just says something like, "Ah, fight is over. This, let's go." And I'm like, they're right. Just kill them. They're right there. They're down and out. Why didn't you kill them? That would have ended because you know for a fact that they're going to come back later. And this is literally the Attack on Titan version of James Bond going like, "Hey Bond, I'll throw you to the sharks," as opposed to just shooting you with a gun. It made
Yeah,
no sense to me.
I can. I won't give any spoilers away, but it will make sense at the end, lah.
Okay, fair enough.
There
Fine.
is some sense to.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. So it's
okay.
pretty cool. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Someone asked me what I feel about the ending, so I won't give any spoilers away until Sorab has finished reading the manga, which will be about 5 years from now, because he doesn't like to
Yeah.
read. This boy, he doesn't like to read. He just
Don't know how to read.
don't know how to read.
Yeah.
What else? Yeah, man, you got your live chat comments are so active, man. Usually when I do live stuff, it's just a bunch of people selling cryptocurrency and MLM.
I mean, it depends on if you click and if it works. By the way, I was very amused by this one thing, which is that just when there's one of my favorite Indian cricketers called Prithvi Shaw, and I think he was endorsing Bitcoin on the day it crashed. I was like, guys, you can hold off for a week to do this, to do the promotion. Anyway, Kenny says somebody, and Mesthetic says Chacha Ackerman. And Kush Shah says, what about that slave thingy that Aaron said to both Armin and Aaron? And Armin says that Aaron is also a slave. Yeah, by the way, one of the things that got me really confused was that these guys, all of them have grown up,
Yeah.
right? And none of them look like they did before, except probably Mikasa. Everybody else just looks completely different, and there's no explanation. So when somebody said that, hey, Sasha is dead, I'm like, who the fuck is Sasha? I don't remember.
Yeah.
And then said the one who likes to eat. I'm like, oh, that one. Okay.
Yeah, I see. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, too
Yeah.
many characters, lah. It's hard to follow so many. Oh, by the way,
Just wear those nameplates that you wear in conferences.
you have to put it there. Yeah.
Just yeah.
You know
Sorry, go ahead. Yeah.
another really awesome part about this manga anime is the intro songs are so good, man. Holy shit! The
Yeah.
season 2 intro song, the Shinjiyo Sasageyo, so good, man.
Do you understand any Japanese at all?
No. I just Google the subtitles,
Okay.
the lyrics.
Yeah, the
It makes,
opening song is great, and then the closing song is just it's just literally like some 12-year-old emo child. Where,
yeah.
where I'm like, just
Shut up.
go work out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's the Sasageo is devote your hearts is the tagline of Erwin Smith. That song is so good,
Yeah.
and it's so good, and I don't understand any of it, but it's just so good, lah. One of the memes is that the song has made you patriotic for a country which doesn't exist.
I mean, that applies to Wakanda and all that shit as well, right? Like, so, I mean,
Exactly.
there's so many countries which don't exist, which people are. By the way, I have to ask you this, right? And and I want to come to your favorite character, because my favorite character is a slightly bizarre one. Because
Okay.
I just think that she changes the momentum things a little bit because it's too intense, and then like I love Hanji because like this it's too much intensity, and after a point you
Yes.
just want somebody to just like deflate it a little bit, which I think she does successfully.
Yes, she's good.
Who would be yours? And then I'll come to something which I think as a Malaysian, I don't know if you can relate to, but as an Indian I did,
Okay.
which is that in okay, here's what happens in episode I think 10. They start building a railway network, and like 4 minutes later it's done. I was like, what? Teach us your ways, please.
Yeah, no, I can't relate to that. As a Malaysian, what will happen is if they plan to make a railway,
Yeah.
uh, they will use only 10% of the funds to build a
Yeah.
shitty railway, and 90% will be given out to their cronies.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So what's will happen, and then it won't be finished, and then they ask the government for more money to build to finish the railway, and then use only 10%, and then 90% they keep it for themselves.
Okay, so
Um,
who's your favorite? Who's your favorite? Which character sort of resonates? Let's not say favorite, or it can be just somebody who you resonate with. I think the popular answer for everybody is Levi. Everybody's obsessed with Levi, and
oh yeah,
that Gabby chick I find very annoying because
yes,
I'm just
yes.
like we just had a crying annoying child for 3 seasons.
Yeah.
Why are you back? Yeah, but who would be yours? Yeah.
I like Erwin Smith because he's so epic lah. He's just you know when he was when the Titan got his arm, he just told his friends, he told his soldiers, Aaron is right there, advance! Like while he's being eaten by a Titan, it's so cool. It's just too cool
Yeah,
to
yeah,
see.
yeah.
Yeah.
So Irvin Smith is your answer. I would love to know from chat what are your favorite characters, and also characters that just annoy the shit out of you, where you're just like, oh, Hanji is great, man. Raghav Bhargav and Aditya Gawai, I completely agree. Was there a character where you thought that this character is just irritating as shit? Like, ugh.
Yep.
Is there anybody?
Gabby is very irritating. Gabby is very irritating.
Yeah.
There is another really irritating character in the next season. And this is the character that for me is even more irritating than Gabby,
Oh
because
God.
you kind of know it's a character you already know, but then the way the character has changed in the next season, it really does make you wanna take a gun and shoot him in the face. That's how irritating this
Yeah.
person is. I think the chat knows, but I won't spoil it for them.
Here's a question that I had. Okay, so there's that scene where that Piki or whatever her name is, the one who plays the car Titan.
Okay.
I think she's about to shoot Eren, and Eren says that, hey, you can't shoot me because you have to eat me, right? Now here's my question: that is the implication that if you have the Titan within you, and if you get shot dead, that the Titan ends there?
I think so. I think so. If the human dies, no more. The Titan ship also dies with that person. I think unless in the Titan form, the Titan eats the human form before the human form dies out completely.
Yeah, but which is why it's so dumb, this whole Zeke's plan, right? Where it's like I'm like, dude, just fucking kill all the Titans when they're in human form, right? I mean, it's not that would be way easier than, hey, let's kill 75 million people. Like that. Like that sounds way more intense than, I don't know if anybody in the chat has an answer, but let's come
Yeah.
to who people think is cool. Kush Shah says Irvin Smith. Ashutosh says Marco. Marco's an interesting one. Gargi says Ymir is more like me. Wow, really? I mean, I didn't know you
Oh
had
yeah.
all these powers and all. Yeah. Levi says Aditya. Kush Shah says Gabby. Wow. Zayed just says the Sardar guy who showed up for one scene. I completely agree. Rob Lucci says Flock. Debarun says Rainer. Rainer was interesting. And
Yeah, Reiner's a really great character, and from the
yeah,
from the very beginning, you can tell that Reiner is not a straight shooter. He has things up his sleeve. You can't really trust this guy.
yeah. And Desh Nandra says Armin is very relatable. He was a coward, grew up when he faced death, and understands killing is necessary sometimes, even when you don't want to. Yeah, initially I thought the whole Armin crying and all that stuff too much was a little bit much, but yeah, I get it. I get what it is.
No,
So
Armin
yeah.
is a bit annoying because in the first season or whatever, he's like, oh, what if I don't know how to lead? What if I'm not smart? What if what if I don't know? And then like season 2, season 3, and then season 3 now he's just Titans are attacking and he's still what if I don't know why what if I cannot lead? Dude, you had 2 seasons to figure this out. And can
Not
you
even 2 seasons, years. He had
yeah, yeah.
years to figure it out. Yeah,
Come
yeah. He
on,
had
man!
like
They're attacking.
9 years.
They do something instead of complaining, man. Like, I mean, I was like, even I was like, I'll just take charge. Like, you do that, and quickly do something. Buy yourself time instead of like, why am I? What if I'm not good at? Oh, good. Just hey.
Yeah, he's gonna slap him and just, but then he'll probably cry again.
Okay, so
But
someone
here,
has
here,
said in the chat, when a
yeah.
Titan shifter dies without transferring their power, the power will just go to a random child. Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
Okay. I didn't know that. Okay,
Oh
that's
yeah,
interesting. That
you know
makes
the
sense.
season 2, episode 6, Reiner and Bertolt revelation scene. That was so funny because it's so casual.
Yeah. I
Hey, by the
loved
way,
it, right?
hey,
Loved it.
hey, yeah, hey, I'm the Armored Titan. This guy is the Colossal Titan. You wanna come back with us?
Yeah.
And Aaron's like,
It,
are you
it,
fucking kidding?
yeah, it's like you're watching a movie about the World War, and there's just two random dudes standing like, hey, and then they just take a mustache and be like, I'm Hitler, and the other guy's like, and I'm Stalin, and you're like, wait, what the fuck?
You wanna come
It's
back to
great. It's great.
the
Yeah.
Axis of Evil with us?
Yeah, no, but I think that's what I like. Like from a season POV, I think I like that season a lot more
Yes,
because the reveals were better done and
yes,
also more subtle. Like right
yes.
now, I just feel there's just a lot happening. Which after a point, you're like, just can you
Yeah.
can somebody have a conversation on a tree, just like on just do that. Okay, we're gonna go on for like 5 minutes more. I have a couple of things which I wanted to say. One thing which I thought was bizarre was in episode 13. I just thought that, you know what, like I understand that storytelling requires coincidences, right?
Yes.
And I completely get that, and I know that. But in Attack on Titan, there's one particular coincidence which made where I was like, this is a lot. Okay, so here's what happens. Okay, Gabby gets on the airship. She kills Sasha, then escapes, and then the first place she happens to escape to, the first
The
farm she
rest.
happens to find is Sasha's dad's farm.
Yeah.
And then coincidentally, they happen to get called for a restaurant meal at the place, which is this. And I'm like, this is too much. It's like there's a lot. The chance of that happening is like 0.0000. Like it's less than the interest rate in banks in Japan.
No, but
So
the
yeah.
chances of that happening is still higher than Kirk falling into an ice planet and then meets Spock.
Exactly.
Exact same, like just 50 meters away. Pop! Just I can't find my friend in the shopping mall, but this guy, just he falls unplanned into an ice planet, and the one person he needs to meet to move the plot is right there.
But so his explanation was that I knew you were going to land here, right? And that's what time travel does. Is that your hook there is that, hey, I knew this was going to happen, so I waited for you. That's the hook that they usually explain with whenever there's time travel
Yeah,
involved
so
in any
he
fiction.
waited for him, but how does the future guy know that? I mean, it's just too much coincidence. Like he just
Yeah,
nice. But yeah, I
yeah.
get what you mean. So the coincidence, I know because like she kills this guy, lands on the farm of the father, and then they go to a restaurant where the boyfriend of the girl is cooking. Like, oh my god, like
And also the additional coincidence is that Hanji and everybody happens to walk in at exactly the same time.
for something else, and then they woo. It's
Yeah.
like
They're like, hey, we just came to borrow some pepper.
yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah, exactly,
let's do some
exactly.
shit here. Okay, we have Akhil Pisharodi. He says, "Why are you guys forgetting about Commander Pixis?" Yeah, so Commander Pixis seems to never have like any age. Like it remains the same, doesn't age at all. Just like is constant. And then you realize that okay, this is actually like 6 years hence. Probably
He
it's not
played
too
an
much. Yeah,
important role in the coup against the fake king lah.
yeah,
That was
yeah,
great.
yeah, yeah.
That was great. So he's okay, but just like well, this manga has a lot, or this anime has a lot of great characters, so it's hard to choose one, and I would rather be Erwin Smith than the bald guy.
Yeah. Yeah, bald guys. But listen, the bald guy has a great life, man. He just gets to roam around, boss people around, drink wine, chill. I mean, that's great.
And there's always hot girls around him.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, okay, this is going to be the last thing that I want to talk about, okay? So here's the thing, okay? Baseball. Okay, the baseball thing is interesting to me, okay? Because, yeah, so baseball is that, okay. Now, baseball as a sport, right? If you're saying that this exists in this world, then you're saying that this is borrowed from the world that exists. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I mean, I don't know if this is revealed later on. I'm assuming that they are probably because I remember the first time I called out that, hey, listen, the beast titan throwing those rocks means that baseball exists in this world. And then it was found out that, okay, baseball does exist in this world. So then the next implication is that it's got to be in the real world. Because the thing is that the assumption is if there's an alternate world, it's highly unlikely that you would come up with the exact same sport.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Oh, so this is actually a storytelling kind of, what's the word? A storytelling assist or a storytelling thing where, see, when George R. R. Martin was talking about writing fantasy, let's say, right? So there are different types of fantasy. Are you writing about alternate Earth where it's exactly the same Earth, just different history, you know? Or are you inventing a whole new planet? Or are you inventing a whole new history or environment? So this is one thing where I think the author is just borrowing from the fact that uh, our linear history would have been the same. It's just that this Attack on Titan world has titans, whereas our world doesn't have. So that's one.
Yeah.
A more interesting theory I had, which will never be explored, is basically this Titan thing happened in a part of the world of our planet. We just haven't heard about it yet.
Yeah.
Like at the end, the everyone will die and we'll never unearth the history about this particular small plot of land where there were Titans roaming. So it happened
Yeah.
there, like in an unknown corner of the world. So yeah, but I get what the author is doing. He's just borrowing something from real life and real history.
Yeah, like so I think George Lucas, if I'm not mistaken, said this about Star Wars, where he said that this is not in the future, it's in the past.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, except I mean, I think it's plausible, but unlikely. But I like these kind of explanations, right? Like as a
yes,
viewer, essentially, what you're trying to do is you're trying to see what kind of mind games the creator is playing with you, and for the most part, like Attack on Titan is literally that rare show which answers pretty much most of the questions, like barring the magic aspect, which I still find a little irritating. But
yep, yep.
I'm like, okay, I'll allow it because it's so brilliant. Okay, so that's about it. How would you rank this show, Jason and everybody? I would love to know what you guys think with regard to people who watch a lot of anime or people just who watch TV shows. If you've not seen Attack on Titan, I highly recommend you do. Even if you're not a fan of anime, it's just the concept itself from episode one itself. The concept and the unraveling of the world is incredible. What's it, Jason?
Sorry, Chop. One of your commenters said something really interesting. The AOT map is literally map of Earth that is inverted. Is that true?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Somebody had a theory about how this is like supposed to be. One of my YouTube members, only I've forgotten who it was, who said that this is supposed to be a subtle commentary on the axis of evil during World War
Oh, maybe.
Two. Yeah,
Yeah. How I rank this, I think it's one of the best animes available in recent memory, and definitely it's worth your time to watch because the storyline is so well scripted. I was talking to another friend the other day about world building. When it comes to video games and movies and TV series, right? If they build the world really well, I am invested. I am in it.
yeah,
Like when I play this video
completely.
game, one of my favorite video game franchises is Fallout. uh, the fallout, like it happens in a post-apocalyptic world where the nuclear bombs have fallen and everything is shit. And the way they build the world and the history behind the world is so great that I'm in it. And the same thing can be said for Attack on Titan. Not only is the world building so great, but the lore, the storyline that feeds through this world is so cohesive, so consistent that it's easy to fall into this world. So
Yeah.
Attack on Titan builds its world really really well. So and it's an awesome anime, and the animators put a lot of effort into this. There is 3D animation within an anime, which is the first time I ever seen of this.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying that they're giving ratings on all. It's like 10 on 10. Infinity on 10 says Samad, 8.5 says Aetherius. Aerotech, which is Dhanush, says 8.5. 7.5, including the ending, says Tanmay Kulkarni. Vidish Jain says, did you say world bending? One Piece fans incoming. And then somebody said, unpopular opinion. Gabriel Lobo says, just an unpopular opinion, totally unrelated to the video. Code Gas, greater than Death Note. You know what, I will start Code Gas. I need more anime content from Sorapant. Yeah, 100%, man. I mean, now that Jason is here, now I found out Snehal is here, and I think a lot of you have told me Shwetab is interested. If there's anybody else who you think is interested in anime, I'd love to call people and just talk about it, and I will not cancel the next one. This was exceptional circumstances. Uh, and I appreciate Jason coming back despite that cancellation. You know, it's the only time I've ever canceled a live. By the way, I don't think I've ever canceled a live. So there's
Yeah.
got to be reasons for
Yes,
that happening.
I was really disappointed. I moved my entire monthly schedule,
Yeah.
and I have to move it again for this replacement. But I'm sure Sorap will invite me back again.
I'm happy to always have you. Jason, anything you have to plug, anything that's promoting? One thing, of course, you can go watch Jason's special on Netflix, which is called Blessed.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
You can watch my Netflix special, but for now, I just hope everyone stays safe, especially in India. If you are still vaccine hesitant, please go and get yourself vaccinated. It is our my country included is our last, best, and only chance to get out of this pandemic. And I want India to be out of the pandemic so that my selfish goal of coming back to India and performing is realized. It's nothing to do with your health. It's I want to go.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah. I completely agree with that. Listen. I think I had antibodies and stuff like that. So I was like, hey, let's delay it for about a couple of weeks and do it. And then I got a slot next week, and I'm like, just fucking get this done.
Yeah, get
This
it.
is done,
No,
and
no
yeah,
waiting. Just get it. The best
yeah,
vaccine that
yeah.
you can have is the one in your body right now. So just get it, man. It's like pussy, man. You would you rather have 6.5 out of 10 pussy now, or possibly a 9 out of 10 pussy 2 months later? You don't know. So get it now.
Get cats. He's a cat fan, and I don't know what the fuck that pussy example was, but
Pussy now is better than pussy in the future.
yeah. Okay, but yeah, I mean, I'm getting that done, and also like along with the vaccine, try and get some spinal fluid wine. It's very very tasty, really yum and delicious, and it can transform you very quickly. I will put the link for Jason's YouTube channel, and I will tag him. I don't know why this YouTube is not letting me tag people for the last literally 3 weeks, but I will tag him in this thing, and I'll put his YouTube channel in the description. So please go check out this thing. And of course, Jason has put Dr. Jason Leong right there, so you can follow him on Instagram and Twitter and all the rest. Jason, a pleasure, man. Thanks a lot for coming out, brother. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you so much.
You can switch off your video. I'll just make a couple of announcements. Jason has already put comments and all. Well done, man. This is why he's a genius. Few things to announce. On Saturday, I have Nitin Kamath, who's the Nitin Kamath, who is the CEO of Zerodha. We're going to be talking about also things related to management and also fitness, and how Zerodha has sort of transformed a lot of things in their particular zone. On Saturday, as I said, I have a show which is The Expert. Tickets are we're also honestly going to be running out of tickets, and I might just end it very quickly, which is interesting. Every Saturday, a brand new show about the news, about politics, and things I can't talk about in the YouTube lives. So come check that out. That's about it. Mr. Pink says, who is he? Right at the end, you asked this question. I really appreciate that. Please give a like so that this at least gets up there a little bit by the time people start watching this. Let me know what anime you'd like me to talk about next. As I said, I'm watching Hunter multiplied by Monster X. And I'm on the 5th season, which is a really long one, and it's a little draggy right now, but I love that show. So I'm really enjoying it. I might talk about that with somebody at some stage. If there's anybody you'd like me to call on and talk about anime with, let me know. That's about it, guys. Thanks to all my mods. Thanks to Snehal Pradhan. I have to get her to talk about cricket at some stage. I don't know why I haven't yet. Oh, she was busy. That's why I haven't called her. Yeah. We'll bring her on to talk about cricket and about anime next time. Thanks to all my mods, Dhanush, Raghav. If Kajol was there, Sharanya was there. Anybody else who's there, thanks a lot. Everybody who super chatted, really appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel, like.